بشرى إننا نلمح فجرا في شباب قد أشادوا صحوة للدين كبرى. أمة الإسلام
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Abu Dhar from the RUQYA services. So basically, yesterday we went to the hospital to visit a young man. We are going to share with you the video about the room of the patient we went to see. The reason we're making this video to give you an information about this case. I think people will benefit. So basically, he's a young man who was studying in the uni, doing well, really behaving, praying his salat, doing good like any other brother or sister. Slowly he started to learn extra knowledge, all good. But this brother had always the conspiracy theory on him, like always to find the truth for himself. So he started to study about the Shia. And the concept of Shia in Islam, about the Rafida. Bear in mind, this is what the family are telling me from A to Z, his brothers are telling me. They kept an eye on him, what he's doing. And from there he started searching about Dajjal and the coming of the Mahdi and the Khalifa. Slowly, from studying these topics, he started isolating himself in his room, not eating much, not engaging with the family at all. In that case, they started being worried for him. And what started happening, actually, he started closing the door of his room and not allowing anybody to come to his room. They will hear banging in his room, they will hear him chanting. After a while, things are not correct at all. His brother sat with him, the patient brother sat with him, he said, "What you doing?" And he started talking about he want to know more about shaytan, and he want to know more about Iblis, and about the truth behind the story. All this is before we got involved. After a while, they will see him really talking to himself, and they will see him in the toilet fainting sometime, signs of cut in his arm. Things are not making sense at all, and because his brother used to work away, the patient used to be alone with his mom and dad, two elders, really things going out of hand. Till they found him in his bedroom, collapsed, and there is no way he's entered them back. They were shocked the state of the room they found him in, and things are really ugly. So they rushed him to the hospital. So they called us to say, "Can you do a RUQYA for him? We believe something is not right with him." So what's been happening? The brother searching in the internet from the wrong sources, from searching the truth and studying extra, he fell into the trap of the shaytan to teach him about the worship of the shaytan, and some websites starting to talk about the entity, about the ilm al-ghayb and jinn word. The danger of this, what I'm sharing with you, it's the fact that sometime the shaytan will come to you as a believer from the door of, you got knowledge, you're amazing, pray extra, learn more, let's study this topic and this topic. And then by putting pressure on the person to study extra in some field where there is not much benefit, in another language, there is not much benefit to study where Iblis come from, what's his word, what's his real name, how many children he have. That's nothing to do with us as Muslims. We believe he exists, Allah cursed him, and we seek refuge in Allah from him, and we carry on. Sometimes people will fall in the trap and they will practice some horrible rituals if they fall in the trap of the shaitan. Now, what happened is the brother, when I came to his room, we found the blood in the wall. It's really horrible, the state of his room. We want you to share with you the state of his room. We believe that the brother was there practicing some rituals. Bear in mind, from him isolating himself in the room till we got involved, there is roughly about 2 years. 2 years of him being in the dark side. That's the danger of seeking knowledge without a teacher, That's the danger of seeking too much knowledge that does not benefit you in Islam, and that's the danger of وَلَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ going in different field that not supervised by an elder or a teacher. The brother in his room, we found Quran ripped, book of Hadith ripped, blood in the wall, and things is not making sense. We share with you the video of his room, so you have an idea how things can escalate very, very badly. And as well, we went to the hospital, and I'm doing this video after I went to the hospital yesterday. We went to the hospital, we closed the curtains. I started reading the Quran on this brother. As soon as I mentioned the verses of the shaytan and the tawheed of Allah, bear in mind the patient was unconscious. He's unconscious really. They just feeding him with the syrup in his arm. Breathing becomes very heavy, eyes become twitchy, and you can see his body is kind of jumpy like this. And I had to stop the recitation because for my security and his security, he's in a hospital in a ward. The doctors came, in fact, one was Muslim, one was not Muslim. And I wanted to ask the doctor if they have any diagnosis from him medically, and you can see how frustrated they are because they do not have an idea what's happening with him medically. They were asking his family in front of me, tell us about his past, tell us about how was he, when last was he seen well, stuff like this. And they said, because we don't know what's wrong with him medically, they were saying, we don't know what's wrong with him medically, but I think when he gets better, we might refer him to the psychologist. Then I spoke to the doctors and said, I am a family member, but I am an Islamic exorcist. I perform RUQYA, and I can tell you the reason you don't have any diagnosis with this patient from the medical point of view, it's because he's got a problem to do with the shaytan, and he got involved in very dirty rituals to do with the shaytan. And I actually said to the doctor, I said to him, doctor, I respect your field of knowledge, I respect the medical field you're in, but this patient, he's out of conscious, he's unconscious, and I recited in his ear certain verses, and you can see the breathing getting heavier, body is trying to shake and move, and the eyes are twitching. Can you explain to me that from the science point of view or medical point of view, why would this happen? I think they dismissed me, but the Muslim brother, the Muslim doctor looked in my eyes and I think he got a hint about what's happening. Allah makes it easy for the parents that have internet in the house. When your kids are in the room by themselves, watch what they do, because there is many websites over there that will lead you to the misguidance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for us. We're waiting for this brother to leave the hospital, inshallah ta'ala, healthy, medically, body-wise. Then I will perform the ruqya on him to see how far has he gone in the trap. May Allah give you Jannah. Jazakumullah for your dua. We know not everybody is happy with us. However, Jazakumullah khairan for your comments. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Brother Abu Dhar from the RUQYA services. I came to somebody else's house to perform a ruqya on the patient who is in a hospital. And the history of the patient, it is that from being a good boy and being calm and everything fine, he became aggressive, correct? And he's going through some rituals in his computers and he's visiting some websites. So the patient was in the hospital. However, I came to this room to see his room before I go see him in hospital. No, what we see in the room, we will see that the brother, the patient, used to smash the door with punches. And you tell me that he was such a calm boy, true? He's calm, he's fine, and right. So when we go to the room of the patient, we will see the laptop. So he used to, the family tells me he used to be in websites like remote viewing, like other websites speaking about Iblis, about jinn, about stuff. So we are not sure what he used to do here. However, what caught our attention, it's actually the fact the patient has, the victim has ripped the Quran. So the family are telling me that he ripped the Quran and anything to do with Islamic knowledge. This is a book of Fada'il al-A'mal. It's a book of hadith collection that Ahl Dawah Tabligh used to use. So the patient used to sit here and he used to involve in certain websites, a bit dodgy. Bear in mind that the brother used to be absolutely calm, nice. He's a nice man doing his education. He's very good. But he's changed, and right now he's in hospital. Now what caught our attention as well, it's a part of the punch on the wall. By the wall here, it's blood. It is blood. And we can see there's blood here as well. So he used to cut himself to put dots of blood and making symbols here. You can see the level of anger. He will be sitting by himself here and then he will punch the wall. Now what caught my attention absolutely, it's this. This is a foot mark or a foot of a shoe, trainers or something. Right? I want to see how high it is. So that is the floor and the mark is over there. So it's a bit high, even if you're trained in mark. So as you can see, the mark of the shoe it's a bit far, it's a bit high. So technically speaking, the person who used the shoe, it was hitting the wall, kind of hitting something, and following by hitting the glass. We know that the jinns live in corners, and I do believe that this brother was chasing something that came to bother him. So evidence that we have here, door, lots of punches. He gets angry out of the blue, for no reason, the family say. Isolate himself in the room. Loads of internet work here. He used to do loads of research on the internet. And the family told me he used to research about Shia, the Mahdi. Then he come down to remote viewing, Illuminati. And I believe that he got involved with very wrong websites, shaytan, satanic websites. Other evidence, Quran ripped. He ripped the Quran. So they had to take the book away, apparently. So the book of the Quran is ripped, and as well he ripped the book of Hadith, anything to do with Islamic knowledge. Lots of, he banged there. The brother used to cut himself and use blood for drawing, maybe. Blood here. We can smell something dodgy. Maybe he used to urinate here. So this is not a room of a young man, used to be in the uni, studying very well, doing absolutely amazing. And then within 1 year, 2 years, brother, less than a year, isn't it? Less than a year. Within less than a year, subhanallah, he isolated himself in the room, closed the door, keep himself here, and I'm gonna go and see him in the hospital right now. Allah makes it easy. Please watch what you watch, keep an eye what you watch on the internet, and keep it safe, because sometimes youngsters will be really misled. We suspect he used to do rituals here by doing this to the Quran al-Kareem, and by involving the internet, blood, anger, state of the room. I do believe the brother was involved in certain rituals. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy. I'm gonna go and see him, brother Abu Dhar from the RUQYA services. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.